It sure is good to be home.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really had the chance to just hang out and talk lately.
I mean, the multiple kidnappings and attempted murders tend to put a damper on such activities.
Well, we have a break now. What did you ladies want to discuss?
Ooh, what if we invite Swallow to join us? Now that she's friendly, I'm sure she has a lot of stories to share.
I heard my name. Something happened.
Why does everyone just magically appear when we speak of them?
I know the museum is huge, but I think sound just travels well in here or something.
Hello, Mina. Would you like to join us and swap war stories?
Is this how you all spend your downtime? Discussing tales of the most horrific part of our lives?
Well, when you put it that way...
We found it rather therapeutic, especially since we served on different sides and theatres, and probably saw things the others did not.
I suppose I can see the appeal to a degree. But I hope you aren't expecting a joyous tale from my time during the war.
I mean, you were born on our side late in the conflict.
I was there right until the end. It was the opposite of fun.
You also experienced our country's defeat?
I did. Gisela was captured before that happened, but I was still fighting as the Soviets marched on Berlin. There was nothing we could do.
I heard as much. The Western Front, where I fought, was no different. Heinz and I did our best. I had 7 victories, but my family was too late to change the outcome despite our performance.
For what it is worth, you all terrified us. Facing you was the most difficult fight my family encountered. Your speed was unrivaled at the time.
Except for me.
Yes, but we didn't burn our pilots with the heat of 1,000 suns.
Touché.
I also heard your cannons were nothing to mess with.
4 30mm Mk108s. We were able to split bombers in half with them.
I'm sorry, in half?
As your Spitfire friends said, they were nothing to mess with.
We're supposed to be friends now. You can call me Sophia.
Sophia it is.
We generally had to avoid getting hit at all. One shot was enough to kill any of us. It wasn't like typical machine gun fire that we might be able to survive.
Indeed. The guns were one of our best traits.
Heard you ladies talking about big guns.
A Tiger II. I saw you in the tank room earlier. Had no idea you lived here as well.
When I realized you were up and walking around, I had to come say hello to a fellow ultimate weapon of our country. My name is Raina.
Nice to meet you, Raina. I'm Mina.
Dallas mentioned you had a first name. Can I call you that too?
I'm still trying to get used to it. Haven't been called that since Heinz vanished. But sure, why not? Dallas is allowed. Might as well go all the way.
Hooray! We are now officially besties.
Mistakes have been made.
Freya really is the sweetest. She'll grow on you.
Like a fungus, I imagine.
Mushrooms are cute, but don't eat the wild ones.
So, ultimate weapons, huh?
The technical term was Wunderwaffe.
Wonder weapon, in English. Though admittedly, I was never viewed as that internally. I think the only proper tank that was called a Wunderwaffe was Mouse. At least the only one that was actually built.
Mouse? A tank was named after a tiny rodent?
It was a deliberate feint to deceive you all as to what she really was.
What was she?
Objectively horrifying.
Oh, so she's like I was.
Well, she's not shackled. Mostly because she can barely move anyway.
Why not?
Too heavy. On good, level terrain, she might hit 12 miles per hour, but no more. She never got to the battlefield. Honestly, even my family was pushing it in the weight department. A lot of my sisters broke down and had to be abandoned. I lasted long enough to see Berlin fall, but I was lucky. Our engines just weren't designed for our thickness.
Questionable phrasing.
Extra thick.
Oh my God, stop.
Like cake.
You are part of the problem.
These hips do not lie.
If it makes you feel any better, I once tried to strafe one of your sisters and did exactly 0 damage. I was pretty miffed by that.
Our armor was really good. It was moving, that was the problem.
Truth is, my family had similar issues with our engines. Turbojet tech was brand new, and the Jumo 004s failed constantly. It's why I lost Heinz. He had to go up with one of my sisters because my engines gave out and...
You mentioned that. I'm sorry.
If it helps, I lost some crew too. My only solace was being able to protect some poor kid that got forced into service towards the end of things.
I heard about that. Sparrow's family was supposed to be piloted by children.
They were?
Sparrow was a desperation move. My family was too difficult to manage with our supply lines cut, so they needed a cheaper alternative, and they planned on throwing kids in the pilot seats. Fortunately, we surrendered before that could happen. Sparrow was never flown by a literal child.
We weren't so lucky on the ground. Lots of kids with us.
I'm sorry things got that way.
Wasn't your fault. We should have quit sooner. But the boss was...
An idiot?
A genocidal maniac?
A self-destructive tool.
I was just going to say stubborn, but all that tracks as well.
Well, at least you survived to talk about it.
I did. It's true. Never appreciated that element before, but I do now.
OMG!
There you are.
I must apologize for what is about to happen.
Can I help you?
Oh no.
We just had to come say hello to our fellow World War II jet now that you're up and friendly.
It's part of her new initiation tradition.
Well, I was in the middle of...
We won't take no for an answer. We're doing makeovers.
Make what?
Come on.
Dallas, help me.
Ladies, please be kind to her.
I'll try to limit Regina's creativity. She would not be dissuaded.
Yeah, that's about normal.
They typically drag people away for makeovers.
It's really just Regina, as I understand it.
Would you like one as well, Miss Tiger 2?
Not unless you want me to crush your wings into a fine powder.
Noted. I'll try and make sure Regina doesn't bother you.
Look at you, superstar. You're gonna set every room on fire with this look.
I literally might do that exact thing.
Don't be such a grump. Look at how much color we added to those pasty cheeks of yours.
I like my pasty cheeks.
Don't worry, Swallow. This is just how Regina makes friends.
That would explain why she has so few...
Grumpy grump. You're gonna love it when it's done.
I doubt that.